And we're live, supposedly. Let's see how this goes. And we're, of course, I'm getting a double audio. Why wouldn't I? All right, and I should not have this page up either. All right. Today, I'm going to look at some of Mark's suggestions. And in fact, I think he's already sent me some code. Let's have a look at this. I don't usually have my chat on screen. This might make sense. And change the main. Alright, so he suggests a bunch of stuff there. Alright, so he's suggesting... Alright, so I actually need a test puzzle. So I'm going to find a... From the puzzle archive, I'm just going to quickly find a puzzle that I can use. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to add... basically sort of diagonal checks by simply adding a diagonal cage when I'm importing from fpuzzles, and I'll see if I can add it for SCF as well. Maybe I should do SCF. Yeah, let's do SCF first, because the SCF one is easier, for me at least. For SCF, I'm just going to bring up a diagonal puzzle from my little importer here, from my bookmarklet. So that'll be something like this. And these are all, let me just... That should do the trick. Okay, so let me try to remember. Oh, what, am I on the right branch? Yes. Let me try to remember where the SCFs get decoded and converted. So I'm pretty sure that's happening in Puzzle Tools. In here somewhere. There, SCF. And that's it. That's the entire decoding algorithm for SCF puzzles. And then... where does that go? Load CTC. It goes straight into load CTC puzzles, doesn't it? Huh. Puzzle. Load CTC puzzle. And that goes, okay, so we end up at convert puzzle. That's basically what I wanted to check. But by the time we get here, we just see lines. Now the question is, fpuzzles import. Because if we're in the same place, maybe we can run them through the feature detector. So we have SudokuX. We're gonna actually have to look at fpuzzles here. So these become what? These just become lines. These just become lines, and they have this color and thickness. So I think I'm just gonna go with trying to detect these in our feature detector. All right. Where is this? So we have puzzle features, right? And SudokuX. Now let's see if SCF goes. SCF should pass through this just the same. Yes. And then we should end up with a line feature. No, with the SudokuX feature. Here. And let's see. No, we don't end up with a handle line feature. Cell feature, a region feature. Puzzle features. Puzzle features. Converted puzzle. Let's see. So this doesn't get captured. That is interesting. Why does this not get captured? Whoop. Convert puzzle. Huh. That's weird. So we're hitting Sudoku X. And we're looking at lines, right? I guess it doesn't pass the feature check? That's a bit odd. Hey, Brimster. Change X color and thickness. Hi, Jessica. Have a good evening and a good night. The problem is, if I'm doing feature detection by styles and then I make the styles variable, it's gonna hurt my brain. It's definitely something I need to do differently, because currently I read the feature from fpuzzles, turn it into a cosmetic feature, and then I just try to match the cosmetic feature and turn it back into a real feature. I don't know how I ever ended up designing this code like that. It's just terrible. So these don't check as Sudoku X features. Is that because of the waypoints? So from is it the order 0099? All right, so there's definitely something going wrong with the matching. So it's matching against this string 0,990. So it should match at to valid points. Ah, wait, for feature check is false as well. Feature check. False. Feature check is false. 34 BBE6. 34 BBE6. Waypoints count to thickness 1. Thickness 1. Why? Alright, so I'm pretty sure thicknesses can be an array. Yeah. So when you're asking for modifications, what's the range that you are interested in? Oh, and the spammers have arrived. There we go. Okay, that's it. I mean, I'm happy to be honest, I probably can ignore the color, because just having the line go from the corner points is probably quite indicative of being an X-Sudoku line. And thickness is probably like, you don't want to go as wide as like thermos and stuff. So does it now recognize these as features? Yes. I still need do you have a test puzzle, an fpuzzles puzzle with, ideally with only positive, only negative, and both? So I can check it against the fpuzzles import as well. I'm just looking through the Sudoku archive, and I do not know how far I have to scroll back to find one. You probably have one handy in your handy list. You gotta send me a link to that spreadsheet sometime. There's so many gems in this community that I'm not privy to. Oh, come on. Somebody's got to do an X puzzles thingy. Here. I think this one. Nope. Do not have a cell cert on localhost. Unsupported, unsupported whispers. All right, that's fine. Sudoku X. Sudoku X. Ah, here we go. All right. So it detects the feature. So then the question becomes, once I have the features, how do I go from here? I think the next level from here, and I'm going to add another window here, is to go to the actual puzzle loader and see what happens here, because I believe here the features aren't anymore, once again. No, wait. Sudoku X. So I don't know, I should probably rename them to Sudoku X Plus and Sudoku XY. So plus is the one that goes upwards, right? So let's see. Sudoku X Plus would then be so 12 points. Pause would be from 09 to 90. So basically these two. And then negative would be these. That would be the positive line. And then this should be the negative line. Positive. Waypoints going from 09. Wait, row 0, column 9. No, it's the opposite. I mix my row column versus XY. Why is row column inverted to XY? So annoying. All right, so negative line goes from I'm looking at the wrong thing. From row 0, column 9 to row 9, column 0. It goes backwards, but it's the right one. Okay, and that would be the no, that would be the negative. Oh, God damn it! Wait, I'm gonna write this out. RC pause goes from row 9, column 1 to row 1, column 9, or the reverse. So, and 09 in this case, because they're going from the outside of the board. So that should be the positive. So I had it right the first place. Why did I swap them? Why am I so dense? Come on. So that should be, that was correct all along. Positive goes from row 0, column 9 to row 9, column 0. Okay, and negative goes from 00 to 99. Okay. Ah, thanks, man. Is that... So that's... Ooh, can I show this on screen? I hope you know what you're doing. I hope you know what you're doing. I hope this is not a secret. Do I need to blur it out? Alright, so that gets us a positive. Okay. So the question is, do I differentiate them here? Because I could now obviously just do this. And this, right? And then get rid of that. And if I want to be a little bit more efficient and less dumb, I can do this. And that would be negative. And get rid of that. Don't need these anymore. And now we have unhandled features, obviously. Because it specs Sudoku X, Sudoku Y. Now, obviously, I need to keep the old names around. Backwards compatibility, yada, yada, yada. X plus X, Y. Now, the rendering doesn't actually care, right? So, I guess we just do this. I guess. Boom. And now we have the... How did this end up? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's actually okay. I can handle that. I can deal. So what do we end up with? We have a Sudoku X feature list, and then here the type is actually more specific. Sweet. Okay. And now this is probably the part Mark was telling me about. Ah, you sent me another one. Is that the negative? Yes. Oh, beautiful. You are a scholar and a saint. Like as if you setters are very familiar with your tools. Although, I probably should figure this stuff out. You know what? I'm a programmer. The way you're a setter, I'm a programmer. So if I need a tool, I have to make it first. It always takes a bit more time. Alright, so now, here we should have Sudoku X minus. Okay. Now let's have a look at Mark's. Oh, a message. Monthly puzzle prompt. No, that's not for me. Why is it red dotting? Yeah, it's part of my ADHD. If there's like a blue or red dot or something, I cannot not look at it. It's like, I know people don't really want to distract or something, but it's crazy. I just cannot leave it alone. Okay, so he wants me to look at this. Ah, okay, so, well, that's the part I think we mostly done already, except we did it somewhere else. He did it here. No, yeah, no, this shouldn't be here. This code should not live here. Okay, Mark didn't know that. This code should live here. Because that part is only about drawing stuff. That's the convert puzzles function is where the cosmetics happen. And the, whatchamacallit? What do you call them? The constraints are recorded. Now, here is we're creating magic stuff, right? So this is where we're calculating sums for magic cages and all that stuff. Givens, we're doing the givens, we're given center marks, given pencil marks. Cages. Now at this point, these cages are generated already. And that happens here, right? Let's have a look. And because so we have the killer cages and we have the box cages, but the box cages come from where? Where are those generated? I think they come from the importer. Ah, we can check that. Where did they get generated? I forget. Do they get generated here? Handle region feature. Let's have a look at cage. Puzzle of cage is not iterable. Puzzle. So puzzle. Ah, because here they're called regions. Okay. And where do the regions come from? Because they don't come from here. Do they come from create puzzle? Puzzle regions. All right, they already exist here. Ah, wait. Ah, so they come out of the SCF decoder already. Decode SCF, create blank, add rules puzz, puzz. I think the cages are generated right up here somewhere. Yeah. So regions are RC. So that is what generates the regions. Okay, and then here they're like this, and then they're like this, and then they get converted to cages. No, they're still like this. Here they get converted to cages. Okay. So they get converted to cages here. No, thanks. It's fine. Thanks. It's perfect, actually. So I have one from SCF. I have one each. I have one from generic, from the generic repository, and then I have two specific ones that you've created. So that should do the trick. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Now I just need to figure out exactly which bit of code does what where. So for example, we have regions, which are areas of cell points that get converted to cages. And I just want to figure out exactly where that happens. Here, handle region features. I'm guessing this is what does the trick. And handle regions, part feature, cells. So for each region, we're creating a cage. So we added one cage, and what does the cage look like? So that would be the first box. Okay, so it just converts the regions to cages. All right, so that's working here. And now here, we take the cages and we are creating additional cages. And I think these are the two lines that create the row and column cages. So in my engine, basically, rows and columns are just more cages. They're just 1x9 cages with sum up to 45. Or additional regions, if you like, because that's just how I choose to handle it. And it makes sense to my brain, and I don't understand why not everybody agrees with me. So, regions, cages. No, actually. 1 second. Let me look at this one here. Ah, yeah. I forgot that I have an alternate syntax. Oh, wait a second. So here we have row and column cages. And here we have these guys. Wait. Ah, wait, I didn't refresh this one. Okay, so cages. We do not have the row and column cage. Here we do. Okay, so between here. Okay, so these are adding the rows and columns. All right. You know what? I'm going to put some comments here so that next time I don't waste this kind of time. Renbands. Is, I guess, yeah, it's the same mechanic, right? So a Renban, yeah, you can basically, logically, a Renban is a cage, right? So if I were to implement a constraint system, and in some ways I have, because that's one of the few features you know. So there's a lot of things that are actually very similar to each other, you know. Like you can, some arrows, the body of the arrow can be also treated as a cage and things like that, you know, where the sum of the, like you can literally deconstruct an arrow into like a cage of the body of the arrow, and the bulb you can just basically ignore, right? So you have you know, I mean, visually they're all the same, right? A lot of things you can deconstruct like that. I was just thinking if white crop dots, by white crop dots you can't, but you can implement them as thermals. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to us humans, we think of lines and boxes, but to the computer, it's just cell references, right? As long as there's no subcell features, it's all the same. All right, so this is RC, and we're going from, for each row, so generate row cages and generate call cages. So I'm just going to put these comments there, so next time I don't waste time looking for this code again. So now, basically, we also want to generate... Here we have cages, but we also want to do... diagonal cages, right? And the diagonal cages come from which feature? SudokuX, right? So... cages... generate SudokuX cages. X. Let's see what these look like. I guess there's just the thing with the type and the thing. Whoop. Oh, my code editor. Sometimes I have to break. I have something installed that makes it slow. So every now and a lot of the time as I type, it just freezes after every key press because it's doing some, you know, color coding, and the file is relatively large. I mean, it's not crazy large, like 4K lines of code. How big is it actually? It's only 166 kilobytes of code. I'm so bad. I probably have like assets in here somewhere. Like if I look, what is the longest? Actually, if I do this, right? If I do word wrapping, there's probably like somewhere in here, there's a stupid large asset that I shouldn't have in this file. I mean, there's like icons in here. No, I removed all the icons. Look at that. I'm not as stupid as I used to be. I used to have massive, like, images, basics for encoded images and stuff in here. All right, it's just a big file. So, where were we? Where were we here? So we should have SudokuX features. So let's look at the SCF as our simple example. Sweet. All right. So for each of these now, hey Rex, Mark suggested that I add diagonal cages for diagonal constraints as the constraint checkers. And yeah, he was right. It's like a simple thing to add because I'm already using cages for row and column checks. So if I detect a Sudoku X plus or negative diagonal, I can just create a cage with those cells in it, and then I've, you know, I mean, I don't do a lot of checking, but like I guess it's a very common feature and it's a really easy add. And to be honest, I haven't done a stream all week last week, and I struggled to get started. And I know I have my feature list, and I don't know, my brain wasn't cooperating. So I said today I'm just going to start a stream, not even going to worry about what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do these little things quickly. Even though they weren't on the feature list and added and voted on, I'm just going to do them. There was two things. There was this, and there was another feature somebody suggested. I think it was Uranks, actually. What was the other feature people were mentioning? Where was it? There was something. Yeah, maybe I'll take a crack at these guys. But there was something else as well. Something else that was in the Discord chat. I mean, that's a bug I need to fix, but I shy away from it because I think it's going to be a bit of a pain. It's probably going to be a simple fix, but I have to remember exactly where everything goes. Support, I don't know. I don't know if there was something else. But I'm going to do this thing first. I don't know if I'm not already doing that. Am I not already doing that? Maybe I'm not already doing that, and maybe I should, and maybe you're right. I think I'm doing it. Let's have a look. So here are the cages, right? Oh man, that latency is just killer. Yeah, so the cages are already included in the check. It's already doing it. I'm pretty much, I think I'm already doing that. I'm not importing them. I'm turning them into cosmetics, and then I'm already trying to detect cages from cosmetics, basically. So I'm seeing the cages here. And if I look at the check function, if I recall how to do checking, where's check it out, check. So what does this take? If I do this, no, not this. So then I get errors. Oops. And sorry if this is too small for the stream. What resolution am I streaming in? Is this 4K? I should see if I can stream 4K nowadays. My bandwidth is much faster. The thing is, I think what happens is that... Okay, is there an easy way of getting a puzzle that's a valid puzzle, but it's only invalid because of the cage? Because I think what happens most of the time is that it's the other errors hit first. The kind of like, hey, you don't have all the digits filled in a row or whatever. Let me try something, right? If I do, what's a quick way of filling a puzzle with invalid numbers? Ah, you know what? Can I just run this through my solver? All right, now you're making me rub my belly and tap my hat at the same time. So first of all, let's get this. Second of all, dot create, no, that's not on puzzle. Create classic. It doesn't make sense actually what I was about to do. If I do My brain. Create solver dot create solver. And you SCF 000 SCF 0 0. No. There we go. That's what I wanted. So if I do the 1 sec. Is that a... Oh, it just creates the puzzle. I'm an idiot. Alright. Never mind. If I do create solver with an empty string, what do I get? I get that, and then don't find solutions 1. That doesn't make any sense. Why does it not find a solution to an empty puzzle? I'm doing something really stupid, and I wish I was smarter. Right. I hope, like, don't post anything that you don't want to see on stream. Ah, excellent. Okay, so let's just. So what we got here? We are missing a 1. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. All right. All right. I see what you're saying. I don't think it detected this as a cage, though. No, it does detect this as a cage. What the hell? You're right. This is broken. All right, so check cages. This is broken. And in what way is this broken? And I really should do one thing at a time. All right, thanks for stopping by. This was like a drive-by work dump. Here, do some work. All right, take care. All right, so cages. Because it doesn't have a sum, that's why. If you give it a sum, it will check it. Because it basically, the choice I made at the time was that if it doesn't have a killer sum, well, the problem is this happens after the fact, right? So the importer converts fpuzzles to CTC format, which only has cosmetics. Then my own algorithm tries to detect cages, right? And then there's no constraint. So I need to find a way of passing constraint data through. Basically, no, wait, CTC cages have constraints. So I have to look into this. Basically, if there's no sum, it assumes it doesn't understand how that cage is supposed to work. Like it doesn't enforce non-repeating because it doesn't know if there's a non-repeating constraint on it, right? Because it might be repeats are allowed. How is it supposed to know if repeats are allowed or not, right? And with sums, I think it's trying to assume I think it makes a calculation on the triangular numbers or something to make sure it's not like a multiplicative cage. Let me look at the other cage then. I mean, I'm sure there's something missing, but basically I erred on the side of don't break when Simon imports a clever puzzle that has non-standard rules, basically. Just because I don't fully understand the rules. So it has a sum. All right, so that definitely should enforce it. And if it doesn't... Ah, yeah, you see? There's an error. So... No, wait, that's not an error. For each cage, exclude killer cages from checker. Oh, okay, I'm excluding killer cages. Why am I excluding killer cages? Oh, I think that's what happened. Like I had a Simon had a puzzle that had non-standard rule sets, and the checker kept complaining, so I added that in. But you remember, you're talking about F puzzles. This is not F puzzles. It goes through an importer. The importer discards some of the data, unfortunately. The problem is the data from F puzzles gets converted, so I don't know it's from F puzzles, right? By the time it gets to this code, things have changed, right? So I almost would have to add something to say, hey, this is not just a killer cage. This cage explicitly enforces non-repeats, right? That might be one way of doing it. Let me think about how the data gets from F puzzles to here. So it arrives at the handle region feature, I believe, right? So let's have a look. We come in regions. We come in with an actual cage. So puzzle cages. So regions are handled separately. Here we go. Cages. Here they're handled like this. Oh man, the cages are really doing some heavy lifting here. So what does this data look like after it comes in from F puzzles? So it looks like this. Now in the F puzzles decoder, cages, killer cage. So I'm assuming it goes through here. Let's make sure it does. Oh, that's not what I want to do. So we have a killer cage. F is safe to enforce it, but from import from F puzzle you can keep track, can't you? Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I was going to ask for. If I can get one of each, then I can make sure the code differentiates. Yeah, so the cosmetic cage doesn't go through killer cage. It goes through something else. So this has two things, but only one cage. Because here's the other one. So we have killer cage, right? And then we have fpuzzle dot cage. All right, so that has colors and such, and then this one has a value. This one has a value as well. So then in killer cage, maybe what I could come up with is to actually make the rules we want to enforce explicit. So we have cells, we have a value, but in addition, and we probably want to do cells first. Let's do it this way. We have cells. No. We have cells. We have a value. And now we want to add a uniqueness constraint, right? Value. Unique. What do you want to call that? What do you guys call that in Sudoku Studio? Unique digits? Or uniqueness? Something like that. Is there something in fpuzzles data that's where you can choose if something is unique or not for a global constraint, perhaps? Yeah, doesn't like this one. What What am I doing wrong here? That's not the whole thing. No, that is the whole thing. Is that not backwards compatible to F puzzles? Ah. I can't get that data back into F puzzles. The URL encoding. That's a pain in the butt. All right, so I just want to see if I'd like to use the exact same terminology, so I don't have to do more translation than necessary. So is there a way to do a non-repeating cage in is there some feature where I can toggle if it's supposed to be unique or not? One thing I missed from F puzzles is a way of having a list of all the constraints in your puzzle that you can click on and select from. Something that the CTC editor kind of does. Like, I don't like a lot of the things they do, but I like the idea that I can go to, hey, here are all the cages that I have, and I can actually look at them. While in F puzzles, it depends on you being able to click stuff on the screen, which is, of course, tricky. But is there something else that's not always unique? Like, what is a feature where you have to always space? It's... So when people do non-unique cages, they have to use cosmetics, I guess. Is there something we can do with thermometers, like slow thermometers or stuff like that? I mean, there's a global one, right? Because constraint tools, maximum. Where are the global constraints? Anti-night here, these, I guess. But they don't really help with uniqueness. Killer cage can always enforce uniqueness, and the sum is if the sum exists. If you place a cosmetic cage, then it doesn't actually enforce anything. What about little killer? Because there I always see it explicitly, but I don't think I've ever seen a non-unique little killer. So, yeah, there's no extra properties, I see. Yeah, the editor is actually designed very much like as a visual drawing tool rather than as a piece of data creation. Alright, I'm just gonna call it unique to keep it short. Unique, true. So if I do this, and I go back here, what does the killer cage look like? So it'll create unique true data over here. So we get unique true here, but does it come through here? It does come all the way through to here. Is this far enough though? And then we are at cages down here. And here it got lost. Okay, so unique doesn't carry through to here. So cage style, out cage, if cage, if cage, if cage dot unique. Because we don't want to just assume true false, right? Because if it's undefined, we're probably going to err on the side of mostly true-ish. Something like that. And now we should have unique true here. Okay, yeah. All right. Because, yeah, anyway, internal representation is obviously not the same thing as high-level stuff. So now we get down to here. And that's actually not where we want to look. We want to look in the checker. Right. So now, if we look at the checker, let's refresh. We're looking here. Okay. Unique values. Skip cages without cage sum as they may be exotic. Yeah. So I'm not in... So I probably can add the uniqueness to be based purely on the new unique feature. Why am I excluding killer cages here? The thing is, I've added this because I had a problem with the standard C... The problem is I need to be compatible with the CTC tool as well. Probably what I can do is I can do a separate unique check higher up. So what do we need to do a unique check? We need unique values. Unique values. All right, so let's do something like const cage unique check cage. Well, the sum, the thing is, the sum is it is enforced, but not for cages marked as killer cages, because a multiplicative super special cage from CTC will be marked as a killer cage. So it's a bit ironic, especially since it's not, if I could differentiate between quote unquote a value and a sum, then great, you know? And I think fpuzzles doesn't pass through a sum, it passes through a value, right? So I don't know if it's multiplicative, if it's A, right? Like it could be a sum killer cage, but the value is A, you know, or an empty string or whatever. So it's a bit, you know, I'm siding on the side of it working, but not making clever checking possible, rather than checking and then breaking and people can't play the puzzle, which is what happened in the past. So let me just wrap up this uniqueness check quickly. So if I move this in here, cell values. I just don't want to have to recalculate cell values in the checker over and over. So unique values is fine. Cells. Where the cells come from? Cage.cells expected. Cell values. Cells. And I should probably put errors at the front. Errors, cage, cell, values, cells, and that should replace this part, and that should not break. And now I can do this in more than one place, I guess. That's what I'm getting out of this. So for each cage, if cage.unique, so this would identify currently cages from fpuzzles. The only annoying thing will be that it might hit the uniqueness check twice. Because I also want to check. What we can do is, first of all, do that here. And then here. So then they're mutually exclusive. So then the check will only happen once at most. I think that should do the trick. Just ignore any killer cages unless they have that unique property. F puzzle is always a sum if it's not a cosmetic cage. You can't type non-numbers. Well, you can type them by the name of the property, right? If the property was literally sum rather than value, then I would know it's a sum, right? But of course, that depends on the editor passing that data through. Or a type on the, you know, like a little field saying type, hey, this is a sum cage, or this is a multiplicative cage, or this is a special cage, or this is, you know, eval this function. And it'll do a remote API call to validate the value of this cage. All right, I broke everything. Of course I did. No, that's... Well, I'm in the wrong place. If cage you need, where am I breaking down? I don't know. My error checking task is still undone, as you can see. If cage equals unique, check cage unique check. Okay. What? Oh, because these haven't been calculated yet. So here I want to avoid doing that work. So I guess it's not that much work, is it? I guess I can do the work. All right, so if I now put this here, now we get a validation error, and the error we're getting, where are the errors? Where are the errors? We get, wait, so this one needs a 4. And now we get one error. We get the uniqueness check error. Because the sum is correct, etc., etc. Now, does this puzzle actually have a valid solution? I don't think it does, right? Yeah, this check clears the error messages. Now, if I disable conflict check or check on finish on. So check on finish will not trigger here because it says, yeah, okay. All right. I guess that does it. So the question now is, how can I... The problem is I'm halfway through implementing a different feature, and I really don't like to cross my my code commits. So this is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt because I have to remove some stuff. Where was this? So I think that's the only thing I added here. And then here, I'm gonna clean that up. That's 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Do this, 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 and this. So that's a unique check. Aren't cages always unique? Wasn't the whole point of the synthetic column and row cages? Yeah. The whole, and to be honest, I don't want to step too much into that because I think part of the great puzzles we've been getting is from people becoming creative and coming up with new rules, and I don't want to prevent that. So I you know, it's more of a tool to let you play a game, not a computer construct for solving Sudokus, right? That's the way I want to look at it, ideally. So let me just undo some of the other work so I can push it into a separate commit. Because I don't want to mix these two together. If I can avoid it. We have the uniqueness check. I don't mind putting these comments in, so that's all this. So now I'm gonna remove this. I don't actually need. No, I do need this. All right, I'm gonna copy this. Put that here. Get rid of that. You know what? Instead of doing this, I can just... Can I stash? Yeah, I can stash and then use it again, right? Find a tab. So git stash save. Before I do this, let me just... There's a way of stashing without removing. If anybody recalls that command. Yeah, the line between cosmetic and non-cosmetic is super blurred in my app, unfortunately. That was a bad design choice at the start. Well, it wasn't a choice, to be honest. Internally, the code was supposed to work differently, but it doesn't work out that way. All right, stash store create. Wait, push save. This option is typically in favor of git stash push. It differs from stash push. That it cannot take pass back. Okay, stash push. Say if you look around a new stash, entry and roll them back to head. Now, if I want to push, for quickly making a snapshot, you can commit push in this mode. Non-option arguments are not allowed to prevent the mismatch. Slash push P. Flashback elements are allowed for a double hyphen for disaggregation. Show pop branch. Do not remove the state. No, stash. So I want to store. I think that's what I'm showing. No, I want push keep index. I think git stash push keep index. I think that's the right command, isn't it? Yeah. So git stash push keep index. Git stash push git stash push. I don't have git stash available. Git stash push. What version of git do I have? Two 7.4. 2.7. 2.7. Oh, that's kind of old. Why is my git so old? What the heck? I need to update my git. Why is my git so old? Holy crap. I didn't realize there were so many updates. Git stash blah blah blah, stash save. Alright, I guess git stash push doesn't exist. Alright. They're just... It just... Fuck! Uh-oh. Alright, I need to pop it and keep everything. Apply, like pop, but not remove. Git stash. I need to update my git, holy crap. Alright, so I'm guessing it's this one. Okay. I should have just saved the file. Well, I do have it here. Alright. So that's the killer stuff. Killer stuff. This I'm gonna just undo. So I'm just gonna go back to this. And back to this. Like that. And get rid of these. This. Get rid of these. I think that was the only addition here. And 276 something something. And 287. 287 something something. Unique geek is not equal. Yeah. Well, wait, that's the unique feature thing. All right. Blah blah blah. Bleep 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 bleep. Discard. And here. All right. Okay, I think that could work. Can't forget this. Add unique 2F puzzles imported killer cages. Unique. Let's check. All right. And we need to minify that. Manually, because that is how I roll. Because that's, you know, super efficient and all that. Oh, and we should probably test it. Although we're doing a bunch of checks, so we'll probably test them all together. That's all fine. And this. And I should probably just reuse this, what I just wrote. Okay. And now, git stash pop. Let's hope I didn't lose all my work. Come on. Come on. And there's going to be a conflict now, obviously. Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Actually, no conflict because it's just on top of that. So now we have Sudoku plus and minus back. Let's move this to the right. And then move this to the right too. Okay, so now all we need to do really is create those cages. And that's happening around 1640 here. So now all I need to do is add a cage here. If feature.type Sudoku X plus. Sudoku X plus and minus, I think, are the official sort of things that are used in other tools, right? I think I can use the method that I use to go between 2 points. Step points. Can I do that? And it goes between what and what? X0, Y0. So if I go step points, so feature.line dot waypoints 0, 0. Just bit let points. Yeah. So can kind of do this. 0, 1. 1, 1. Oh, oh. And the handler passes what through? XY. Makes sense. Or in this case, RC. Zero 9182736 blah blah blah. All right. I should really implement this as an iterator as well. It's currently a function with a callback. God freaking fly. All right. Cage cells. I don't think I can use the dash syntax for let's see, parse cells. If I use the dash puzzle resolve RC, excuse me, resolve RC is here. If C++. Yeah, no. It doesn't work for diagonals. It's used to define rectangles, right? The dash syntax. So I was wondering if I could just say, you know, give me R0C0 dash R9C9 or something, but no. So that sounds. And these cages, parse cells, cage cells. These get. Let me just make sure I understand what these are supposed to look like. I think these just arrays. Parse cells, cage opts. I'm an idiot. We are already rendering them here. One second. I'm in the wrong place after all. This is where we're rendering stuff. The data. No, we do add cages up here. So this would have to happen before we do all this. Okay, so that actually has to happen here. All right. And the thing I just did here, I would go here. Something like that. Hey, Kodak. Penguin F is codec. Good to know. So no, here there's still no from syntax. All right, so, well, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, so cells. Well, I guess we'll do something like this. Cells dot push R C C. Now, I don't think that's what I really want. So these would be the cells, right? Does this look in any way useful? Yeah. Now, I don't know if it matters that they're in order or not, because it currently accepts lines in either direction. Yeah, the two diagonals are two independent objects. And in fact, this would handle not just diagonals, this just doesn't actually care, it just follows the points, right? So you could do straight lines across the middle or whatever. Oh, that's weird. What time zone you're in? So I guess we'll just do something like this then. So the cells would be this. Because it works the same way as, whoops, the same way as the row column and now that's a little trickier. CT plus 1, that's, I think that's, yes, no, wait, that's UK time, right? Ranks. So I'm currently generating the sum for my larger cages by taking the triangular number of the active rows. In this case, it would be the triangular number of the cells in the diagonal, right? Yeah, I guess that's how it would work. So instead of this, it would be cells.length. Basically. Something like that. Apparently not. Ah, man, I have to fix this error handling. There's an error here, but it just gets disappeared. This fly is gonna freaking drive me crazy. Step point, cells push, cages push, triangle cells dot length. So it didn't like this. Can I just log this thing here? Or is it also gonna blow up? This latency and lag and popping is so annoying. Yeah, so that's one problem I have, actually. Is that the lines are not going through the cells, they're going from the edge of the board. So I have to actually subtract one. So we wanna min math max that. I think I'm gonna just hard code it because, you know, I know the plus goes from whatever to whatever, right? So we know this goes from row 9, column 1 to row 1, column 9. And I think that is saner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sum 45. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, why couldn't it just push this directly into the cages? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why does that just crash? Oh, It doesn't now. Great. So now under cages, we should have this one for the positive diagonal. Right? And then for the negative diagonal, the only difference is this. So let's pull all of this out. Jam. Jam. And we could do something like this. My brain is just going beep. Row 1, column 1 to row 9, column 9. Okay. So, can I do this? Can I do this? R0, C0, R1, C1. Can I do that? Is that gonna work? I don't know if it will. R0, C0, R1, C1. This is like the worst way of doing it. Yeah, I need to do these. Max row column. Max RC. Max RC1. Max RC0. Max RC1. Boom. Ugh. Min RC0 1 min RC0. My brain is about to explode. Ah, thanks for asking. The problem is now this is going from 0 to 8. So I'm gonna have to do all of this. Ah! All right. Well, get rid of this. I need to add a lot of checking here, though. I don't want this to blow up just because somebody brings in a puzzle that I didn't expect. R0, C0, R1, C1. There must be a better way of doing this. This is pretty terrible. I really wish I could just map this as an iterator now. This should just return an array. You know what? Isn't there another one? I have step points. Didn't I have like a just make points? I mean, I went a bit overboard. Like, I optimized it to use the Bresenham line algorithm. But then I make a function call, which is like... I think that makes more sense. I mean, if I then map it, it's gonna be the same bollocks. But I don't know. My brain might handle it better. Then I'm still calling a function every iteration. Not that it makes a difference for 8 function calls, right? Yeah, I think my brain will operate better if I do this. It bugs me so much that it's swallowing the error here. I just outputted that and that worked fine. Oh, because this is not an error reference. Ah, no, wait. Why does this mapping... Because it's... Frick. Why is my brain so bad? Here we... Nope. I blame the latency on my typing. Ah, thanks. Good thinking. Why is this still broken? Now, I think here the reference... Yeah, I need to add one because this is human coordinates, not computer coordinates. Well, the min-max is... I mean, I could do this there, I guess. I mean, it's as ugly as each other. So we end up with this reference, all right, from 11 to 99. That looks fine. And if I do this, is that still gonna break? No. So now I have these two cages here, sum 45. All right, that looks good. That fruit fly doesn't bug off soon. I'm going to go ballistic. All right. Now, what I need to be careful here is that when this blows up in my face, this whole thing doesn't just go kadonk. So I could check on the feature type, which I will, but I will also do a generic try catch, so the whole thing doesn't just blow up. Ah, nope, no, nope. Yeah. I almost want to put this in an if statement, since I need to... Now I do a check, so here I get rid of the specific check, and now I'm going to do a check anyways. So I might as well do something like... I'm I do something nice, RC1 equals empty array. Maybe it will be easier to read. The fact that I'm already struggling is a bit silly. I'm just gonna rewrite this. I'm really not happy with how this code looks right now. So then here the difference should be, it's min, 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 and then max, max, and it's still 0, 1, 0, 0, all right. And then this would be RC0, 0, RC0, 1, RC1, 0. I mean, as I'm saying this, I still realize this is absolutely not neat code. This is all gibberish. And I should do better. I should hold myself to a better standard here than this mess. All right. And this should all be protected. Probably should do this inside here. No reason to blow all of them, and only one of them is problematic, potentially. Generic. Don't know if it's a cage. It's an error. All right. So now we have the diagonal checks. Let me have a look at those 6x6 samples as well. Because the other problem I have now is to actually verify it. Ah, thank you. It's pre-solved, man. You spoil me. Spoil me so much. Ah, wait. I'm just gonna do this. All right. Well, Stack Overflow is stopping there. CV hosting. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I do a check, doesn't look right. Right. What are the errors? So we're missing a cell. We're missing a cell in the cage. And that's the thing, right? Because there's an error in the cage 1626, so the row, the column, the box, and the diagonal. All right. And this should be a 5, and then it's good. Okay. And then the one with the bad diagonals. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you do these so quick? Oh, wait. Ah, so 1, 2, 3. So this should be a 5, but the diagonal would be violated. Looks good to me. So this isn't working. Ah, great. So there are no cages here. There are the two lines, but it is not detecting them correctly as cages. Why is that? Regions. No cages here. No Sudoku X feature detected. Why is that? Ow. Convert puzzle. So this is what comes in. We get these. Ow. Sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud. So we are importing this in convert puzzle. All right, convert puzzle. Let's go to convert puzzle. Convert puzzle. Convert puzzle. So in convert puzzle, we have puzzle, converted puzzle, puzzle, convert puzzle, 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 converted puzzle. They're not here, but puzzle definitely has the lines, right? So we're handling the line feature. Handling the line feature. So we're handling the line feature down here. Part.feature. If part of thickness is 1, part of thickness equals 2. Implementing the lunchbook feature. So it's disabling thickness 1. That seems like a terrible idea. Handle line feature. Now, handle line feature, I don't see that ever getting called. Puzzle, converted puzzle. So, lines. Why are there no lines? Thanks for these test puzzles, by the way. Really, really helps. So we have lines. Then why does handle line feature... Because it didn't get a feature yet. Because... So, when we went through the features... Here, we're looking at the line data. And I'm guessing something doesn't quite match up with the expected... Here. So we have the right color, E6. We have the right thickness. And we should... Oh, frickity frick. The waypoints. It's the waypoints. Okay. And I don't think I do any min-max RC stuff in the feature detection. Grumble, grumble. Let me just see exactly where it's used. Used in check cells. That's literally the only place we're using it. The problem is my app uses the cages to figure out where the puzzle is and how big it is. It doesn't use the data of the puzzle itself because in CTC we often have puzzles that are or grids that are larger than the puzzle. And they'll use areas outside the puzzle. And at this stage, I'm only accessing one specific feature. Oh, this is dangerous because I don't actually have access to the other parts of it to calculate the size of the puzzle. So to do that, I would also need to load in cages, basically. So I'd have to do this first of all. Right. So I'd have to do this. This. I mean, it might still work. And if it's not reliable, well, at least it'll work in more cases than it does currently. There's always these little things that make things annoying. Yeah. Yeah. Cages aren't available yet at this stage. So it cannot calculate how big the puzzle is. It doesn't know it's a 6x6. How could it? Just because you claim it's a 6x6. What am I passing in here? Convert puzzle feature. Convert puzzle feature. Feature puzzle. Cages. Regions. Can I use regions? Maybe I can use regions? Regions are kind of like cages, right? Nope. My god, this fly. Why are you hovering near me? You're gonna get yourself killed. It's not safe. Regions. But they haven't been converted to cages yet. So, git min max, no likey. It only looks at cages, and cages have cells, and regions do not. Ah. Do I clone this function and make it work on regions as well? Or do I do this more intelligently? What am I passing through here? Reduce current map. Reduce. Okay, resolve RC returns an array of points. This merges these cells together. So I should be able to change this. Array.isArray cage. Then return cage, else return cage.cells. Or, I don't know. Let resolve RC deal with it. So then the question is, if I run this on regions, what do I get? This is where the stream gets boring and everybody leaves. No, thanks. Really appreciate it. You've gone above and beyond the pale, the realms of duty. I'm not sure where you've gone. These numbers look weird. Why is this from -1, -1 to 4, 4? Ah, hurts my brain. Now I have to figure out exactly what this was doing. And down the rabbit hole we go. Down the rabbit hole we go. Undefined. Read property undefined. Replace. Resolve. Page.cells. Cells. Query. Cells. So, get min max. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Blah, 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 blah. Why does it come back with -1, though? That is the weird thing. So, if I do this, and then I do this, that should give me the merged array. So... Wait, what? What? Ah. Okay. And this would be regions. And this would be adding the reduce. I just want to see what it comes back as. So for cells, we have this, and then we have these. And I'm guessing these are RC and value. And then for regions, also have these. So why the hell does one come up back with -1, -1, and the other one does not? That's what I want to know. Now these are all undefined. Why? Maybe... Because regions are offset by 1. These would be 0 based, and these would be 1 based. So these, I'll have to do something silly like this. Alright, I figured it out. I mean, man, I really don't like this. I mean, it's the least interventive way of actually making it work. Must be a better way. So now, and let me just disable the check on finished for testing. This is still not right. This is still not right. What does that look like? Get min max. So, array is array cage. Yeah. So, this is an array. And it's +1. So this turns it to 1, 1. So I do this here. What do I get? What will I get? Oh, man. Are you a spammer? Good night and hello. Hello. My spammer senses are not as good as they used to be. Alright, so... switching. So this gets reduced to that. That doesn't make any sense. Ah, no, that's the min-max thing. Alright, so... we have... cages. Then we should have the processed cages. And then we should have min RC and max RC. So these are min max 0055. So wait a second. These are fine. These are the correct values. Why am I only getting one? Oh, wait, here's the other one. All right. So I've got this, and from that I get all of that, and from that I get the correct value. Okay. And then up here, I got this, and then I get this. What the hell? Because the regions are areas of arrays. So. Can I do... because there's a flat, but what's the support on that? I don't want people's browsers to blow up. Firefox 62 seems to be fairly recent-ish. Safari 12 sounds really recent. Wasn't there like a push thing that you could use as a polyfill? Polyfill for flat. How small is it? At last, no. Flat and flat. Alright, this is getting out of hand. So get min-max RC from regions. Let's just do it explicit. When in doubt, back out. Right? Because now I can just say get min-max RC from regions. And it should all make more sense now. A little bit more, a little bit more. I'm just adding a little bit, not much. But the hope is also that writing the code in general is just gonna clean up some internal stuff and open the path for better code in the future. 1524. Where did that come from? Oh, I see where it came from. Space there. That's not how these things work. So that's an area of arrays. So regions, we need to flatten them. Regions.map. Points. So we want to flatten them. Ugh, my brain. My poor brain. Array.proto type dot concat dot apply empty array of 1 2 2 3 4 group. Yeah, so that's what I want, right? Prototype regions. That should do the trick. And yes, that wasn't so hard. Where am I? Here. So now if I do this, get on my face, fly. RC. Actually, we can go straight to this. Much simpler. I think. Oh my god, this fly. Get out of my face, fly. Gonna hunt you down. No. Look at the wrong thing. I am looking at the wrong thing. No. Here we go. Nope. From regions. From regions. Here we go. So now we don't need to subtract 1 either. So we don't need to add and bollocking and all that. We just operate directly on the values. And now we get 0, 0 to 5, 5. Which is, I think, exactly what we wanted, right? So 0055, 0055, and from regions is 0055. Okay, so that should do the trick. My god, that took me longer than it should have. Sorry about that. And this fly, oh my god, go away. It's so tiny, I can barely even see it, but it's moving. And my lizard brain won't let it go. All right, and we have spammers. All right, I guess they're hoping for channels that nobody is paying attention to. So now we can go back to actually doing the thing. So now we're actually getting min-max values here, I believe. Sudoku x min-max. And now, instead of doing all of this, at this point, I'm wondering if I should just, because here I'm depending on JSON stringification, right? Beep, 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 beep. This is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the butt. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just not be lazy, and let's just do all the manual work that I need to do here. Right? And then here, this will be min RC 0. And we do 0 based here, right? Max RC 1. And this will be max RC 0. And this will be min RC 1. Min RC 1. Right. And for the second one, right? So that's max, max, and min, min. Min's in the middle, max is on the outside, right? And then for the negative points, it's min, min, max, max, or max, max, min, min. And max, 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 max. Basically. And now it should detect this. Nope. Right. Got the line check. And now we do the waypoint checks. This one and this one. So true, false, false, false. All right, so the waypoint checks fail. Why? Why do they fail? Our line waypoints look like this: 0, 6, 0, 6. Because they're one higher on the max, and I'm an idiot. Let's go +1 here, and here, and here, and nope, and nope. Only on the maxes. On the maxes, always on the maxes, right? Wherever the maxes are, we go +1 because our lines extend to the edges of the grid for the line, while the cage itself, or the data value cells, do not. So now, don't look quite right. Look at that. Look at that. My God, that was a painful birth. There must be a, whoops. Uh-oh. Nope. There must be a more elegant way of doing this. There must be a more elegant way of doing this. These points are just bleh. I mean, this one is this one, right? So these two are just swapped. So if I just have one set and then compare each point separately, I mean, it just made this super, making this bulkier, make this super short. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I think that's okay. All right, so let's get rid of all the superfluous crap that I've added since. So 1, 6, something, something, something. All right, let's review. So we're creating cages for the positives and negatives on these lines if we have a Sudoku X or Sudoku Y feature. Otherwise, we don't create any extra cages. That's fine. We calculate the lines by going from the start line to the end point, our min RC, max RCs. That should be fine. Use a triangular number, we just generate a standard cage, and bada bing, bada boom. And then afterwards, things are handled normally, right? We might even say here, maybe we want to give the cage type Sudoku X, maybe, for future reference, right? Then, when we are parsing Sudoku X features, we now make sure it works on non-9x9 cages. Let's make sure it also works on these. All right. These all still look fine. This one works now? No, yeah, okay. All right. And then this one, good to me. All right. If I remove this one and check, we have 9 errors. Missing count, some count, so rows, columns, 3 errors each. Okay. Then we need to remove some logging down here. So that's fine, it's clean enough. It's bulkier, mostly because this calculation and the min-max stuff. But I don't see a more elegant way around that for now. And then we want to get rid of this stuff. And this stuff. Don't need that. Get rid of that. What else we got? 279927. These two. That blank line I think was already there. And 2816. 2816. So we just added this extra casing there. And we removed an empty line in 2837. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that out. Okay. We added the get line points. Okay, that's fine. And this we don't need. All right. So I guess we gotta do a bit of testing. At least. It's better if you send it on either by email to sven@svencodes.com or sven@sudokupad.com or on the Discord. That's the best places, because this chat, it'll be hard to review down the line, and while I'm working, I won't see it. The last thing somebody wants is getting more work while they're working. Except for Rex. He's got special privileges. Alright. I'm just gonna solve this quickly, because I always solve things really quickly. That's my brand. That's how I do. I also am not afraid to use pencil marking as a weapon. Weaponized pencil marking. Oh, yeah, look at this. Just 4s. 4 is my limit. I'll do 4 quite happily. All right. 7, 2, 7, and 4. All right, 7 could be in here, 2 could be there. All right, what else we got? 4s. There's 4 here. I mean, it says a 4 there. Special trick. Okay, find a couple more 5s. Uh-huh. 6s. Ah, there's a 6 here, and there's a 6 here. That's what I saw. Now there's a 6 here, here, and here, and now there's a 6 on the diagonal, which resolves the remaining 6s. There we go. A lot of 6s very quickly done. 7s, diagonals, nothing, 8s, nothing special, 9s. I see some 9s on this diagonal. 9s here. No, okay, let's start over. I think now we've covered a couple more cells. So 2s are now here. Interesting. Okay, 3s. These are now here. No 3s here. There's only 3 left. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 7, 8. 3, 7, 8. Doesn't actually do much, surprisingly. There's got to be a couple now that are about to give up. A couple of cells that should be super easy now. 4. Yep. See. 4 goes here. That 4 takes out this 4. That gets us a couple more digits here. Now this is only 3 left. 4, 7, 8. Yeah, Sudoku solvers or even web feedback on the CTC Discord. Either one is fine. I check them every 5 minutes pretty much, because I am anxious about missing stuff. Super unhealthy. Let's see. Oh well. I'll mark that, but let's see how that helps. 5 over here. I feel a sneeze coming on. All right. Brr. Glad my dog wasn't in the room. He would have jumped. All right. I need to solve this fast. I'm not here for fun. I'm here for testing. I want to check the diagonals. All right, let's do Well, the diagonals actually aren't that interesting just yet. There's 2 on this diagonal. Ah, wait, this can't be a 2. There we go. Look at that. Diagonal's coming in. The clutch here. There's no 3s here. There's no 3s here. Oh, that's not a 3. And that's a 3. Okay. So these aren't 3s, and this isn't a 3. Does that help much? No. But here we're pretty... we're down to like the last 4 cells, I think. It's not a 7 or a 5. And that's not a 5, so that's a 5. Takes the 5s out of there. Now we have a 7-9 pair here, interestingly enough. 4, 7. 1 sec. Don't know what happened lately. The temperature changed suddenly the last 2 days or something, and my nose just started running and did not stop. Not sick or anything, just drippy. Very annoying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 7, 8. No 1s up here, no 4 there. So the 1s don't... that doesn't help, actually. Helps less than I thought it would. Come on, 1s need to be limited by now. Still? Still so many options, huh? Ah, that can't be a 1, because the 1 is down here. Doesn't help much, though. Ah, wait. 1 is here. It takes the 1 out of there. 1 is here or here. It doesn't help. Here or here. Ah, no, here as well. Alright. What about 2s? 2s are done. Interesting. Alright. 2s are done. 3s. Oh, yeah, we have those diagonal 3s, but other than that, nothing crazy. 4s? Yeah, 4s are super, like, done on this side, but let's see what it means for the diagonal. Nothing interesting, unfortunately. 4, 7 pair, but tell me something I didn't know already. Oh, 5 in the middle. Look at that. Why did I not notice that? Where are the other 5s? Why are there... No, wait. I think my pencil marking here failed me. Yeah, well, how did I end up with a pencil mark here in the center 5? That doesn't make any sense. Ah, wait. Ah, there's a 5 on that diagonal. Can only be here. Should have been a... I'm gonna say a capital 5, a large 5. A digit, an entered digit 5. There's 5 up here, and then this is a 5-9 pair now. That's 4, 7, 8, so that means there's 4 going this way. 5, 9, that can't be a 5. So that's all the 5's done, and that resolves the 7, 9 pair, and that these 9s should really limit where the 9s can go now. Can't be a 9, so that's a 9. A singular 9 here, and a 9 here. So this has gotta be from 1, 4, and 7, except not 7, 1, 4, and not even 4 now, because that's the 4. So this is 1, and that's a 4 now. And this is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 8. Can we resolve? Can we eliminate the 8 here? No. Interesting. All right. 7, 8, so no 7 and no 8 here. It's an 8 over there. That's super useful. 1, 4, 8. So that's a naked single 7, I want to say. And these 3 are from 1, 3, and 8. And that makes this a naked single 7 as well. What's with all these naked 7s? Get some clothes, guys. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I mean, while I'm streaming, I'm obviously not paying as much attention to the Discord. Ooh. But I will see the request. Feature request. Improve button size on horizontal phone screen sizes. Yeah, I think with others by cloning screen to... I think you probably want to look at the layout feature. This one. That's probably the feature even though I've already started working on it. The more you vote, the more I try harder. The more motivated I get, the more motivated I get, the easier it is for me to do the work, and the faster it'll get done. 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 8, 1, 3, 8, 1, 3, 8, 1, 3, 8, 1, 3, 8. 6, 7, 8. No 9, no 7. And on this diagonal, we're missing 1, 6, and 7, 8. And 1, 3, 8 down here. 1, 3, 8. So there's a 3 over here. No 1 there. There's a 7 up here. So that's not a 7. A 7, 7 cross. So that can't be a 7. So that's a 7 because we have the 7s here. Now we have a 7 here, and that's a 1, 3, 8. We have a lot of 1, 3s and 8s around here. There's a 3 up here, so maybe, let's see if that limits anything. Oh, we've got the diagonals covered. Oh, 7s, and then that does a bunch of work here actually. This is 3, 1, not a 3, not a 3, not a 1, not a 1, and not an 8, and not an 8. And this is a 7. And then this is not a 7, which makes this a 7. Resolves the 7, 8, gets us a 3. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and now 1, 8 on the diagonal. Doesn't limit anything actually. 1, 3, 3, 8. And the other diagonal is finished. What do we got here? 1, 9. Is that really a 1, 9 pair still? Wow, okay. That's an 8, 9 pair. Right, so 1s are up here. 1's on the diagonal. So this is a 1. That's an 8. Ah, wait. That's resolved. Okay, there we go. Let's see that one. Number blind. 1, 3, 8. Now, I'm really just kind of doing a quick playthrough just to do my minimal due diligence of like, hey, does it play through a puzzle? All right. Now, if I remove this and switch on my check on finish, and then I put the 8 back, okay. If I put, yeah, okay, 1, oh. All right. So that one works. This one, I don't know. I can solve this one quickly. Let's have a look at the rules. No such rules apply. Digits cannot repeat in the main. Marked diagonal digits along the purple line must form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. Adjacent digits on the green line must differ from at least 5. Yeah, I don't have the time to do that, and I need to go to the bathroom, so that's gonna be a problem. Now I want to check what our stash looks like. Actually, first we're gonna commit this stuff. So, patch minor. One of these days we gotta do a version 1. We need like a launch party or something. And we have a spammer. Bye. So, wait, what? Patch npm run patch minor. No, bump minor. Okay. So we are now at 0.049. 0.149. All right. I think we have the same 149 here. And I'm going to add this to Mark's credit list. So that's 11. What do we call it? Feature checking for Sudoku X diagonals. Basically. All right. So we do a quick review of that. We've added this. We've added checking regions for non-9x9s. So there shouldn't be any 1s or 9s in here. In fact, we fixed this because this was broken for 6x6. Probably because we had so few 6x6 diagonals. And that's it. It's not super complex. Let me just compare that. to Mark's original reference code. So he just squished it in there on the rendering part, but obviously we don't want to mix rendering with cage stuff. And case X in puzzle tools. Oh, let's have a look at this one because I don't actually know what he's referencing there. Puzzle tools. Case, here we go. Case X. That's for the SCF import, I guess. Feature. Yeah, no, he's got to be careful because he's adding type here. But we're not actually pushing features here. We're creating puzzle data. The features shouldn't pass through like that. The features need to be generated elsewhere. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked. Yeah, I need to document how that works. Poor Mark. He has to guess. All right. We call it add feature check for us. Okay, so that's v0.149.0. We're almost at version 0.150. Let's see if we make it to 1,000. All right, let's see if there's any new puzzles to update, and let's have a quick look if there's something from the Discord archive that I can grab for another live test. And with valid solution to a YouTube puzzle, it isn't a correct solution. It's not checking the actual values in the grid. Okay. Oh. All right. So, puzzle archive. Actually, you know, screw the puzzle archive. I'm just gonna use my little plugin and grab it from Twitter. So refresh, find an XQ Sudoku like that one. Where is it? Yeah, this one will do. Now this won't have the check in it. And this one will. So now if I do a check, it will break on the cage errors. Some amount. Yeah, I mean 120 errors, right? Yeah, I think it's one of these. All right, so let's solve this one quickly. This can't be on the diagonal, so let's actually check. Can't be on the diagonal. Gotta be here, so it's gotta be in that window. Can't be there, so that's the one. And it's gotta be this one, and this one. Well, one's done, right? Twos can't be there. Don't like it. Threes. Where can the threes be? Threes. So 3. Oh, that can't be a 3. So that's a 3. Can't be there. So there's a 3 here or here. Can't be there. Can't be there. So that's a 3. 3 here. 3 here. Means that's a 3 and that's a 3. Oh, 3's done. All right. 4 might be a little bit trickier. Although, we know there's a 4 there, which means there's no 4 there. Puts a 4 there, which means there's a 4 there. Okay, no 4's there. 4 here. 4 there. It's 4 there. No 4 there, so that's 4 and 4 and 4. Alright, 5s. Let's go in here. You know what? There's only 4 left, so 7, 8, 9. Well, I'll just put them in here. So there's no 9 here. There's a 9 there. No 8 here. No 2 here. Anything from the diagonal? No. 2, 5, 8. No. Here we're down to 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And no 3 here. No 8 here. No 3. 5, 8, 9, 5, 8, 9. So that's 3 up here. Right? 5, 9 the diagonal. 2, 5, 8. This one is down to 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So no 2 here. 2, 5, 6, 7. Tricky. $1.0, man, it's got to be so big. Maybe, you know, when we reach the yacht tier on Patreon, invite you all over. All the contributors come to a yacht then. Oh dear. That would be nice. Alright, 3, 2, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 6, 7. 2, 6, 7. 5, 7, 8. Right. I've fallen off the horse. I gotta stick to what I know. Gotta go through the mental algorithm step by step. So we know there's a 9 over here, which means there's not a 9 here, which means there's 9 on these two. There's a 9 here or no, there could be a 9 elsewhere. There's no 9 here. That doesn't actually help much. Right, 8s. Similar situation with 8s. 8s. 8 here, which means no 8 here, which means there's an 8 up here. 8 here across this diagonal in the box. 8 here, not here. So there's an 8 here, which means 8 here or here, which means this is just straight up an 8. Resolves the 8s on the diagonal. Gets rid of this 8, puts an 8 here. Why can't there be an 8 here now? Why can't there be an 8 here? Ah, because these are pointing. All right, so 8, 8, not 8, not 8, 9. And I think the 8s are now limited, so it's got to be here. And that's a 2, 5 pair, which means there's another 2, 5. That's 5, 9 here. And besides the 2, 5, we're missing 6, 7, 8. And this can't be a 7, and this can't be an 8. So the 8 is actually here. Except it isn't. I made a mistake, and I'm an idiot. All right. That's how we found out that I'm an idiot. All right, let's do the super fast version this time. We only do the things that are absolutely guaranteed obvious right from the start. Wait, 7. 7 can't be there. 7 there. I mean, 7 goes in here. No 7 there. Nope. 6. What's this? The quickest thing we can learn about 6. No 6 is there. No 6 is there. Not useful. 5s. 5s, 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 5s. 4s. But 4s in here. 4s in there. No 4 there. 4s in here. So now we know there's a 4 there, which means the 4s up here need to be there. And this diagonal needs a 4. So that's a 4. And then this box needs a 4. Nope, that's not a 4. And this box needs a 4. And then we have a 4 down here. And there's a 4 here or here. That doesn't help. All right, that was pretty good. 3s. 3 goes there. 3 goes in one of these two. No 3 here, no 3 there. 3 goes in one of these two. No 3 there. 3 on the diagonal means nothing yet. And we have 2 3s here, and I'm an idiot. So there's a 3 there, actually. So no 3 there, no 3 there. That's a 3. I mean, still eliminates a lot of stuff very quickly. That's a 3. This is a 7. And so 3, 4. 3's here. That 4. It's a 4 there. Okay, 4s. Did we do anything with the 4s, 7s? Put a 7 there. It's a 7 in one of these two. No, there's a 7 down here. No 7 there. 3 2s. No 2s here. Wait, there's only 3 left, so that's 2, 6, or 7. No 2 there. 6 or 7. Not limited here just yet. 2. Well, that's 2, 5, 8, I think. And this can't be a 2. And this can't be an 8. 2. 2s. It's not a 2. It's 2 here. 1s. It's 1 here. 1 here. Just filling in the windows, because I know there's a 1 each window. 1 there. No 1 there. This needs to be there, so that's the 1 there. And then that's the 1 there. I guess that's all the 1s done. Alright, and here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No 3, no 8. 5, 9, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8, 9. 3, 5, 8, 9. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No 2. 2, 5, 6, 7. Nope. And 2, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 6, 7, 9. 6, 7, 9. Nope, no 6s here. 2, 6, 7. 2, 6, 7, 2, 6, 7. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 8, 5, 9, no 7. And oh, come on. I need to be able to do this faster. Ah, wait, that's a naked single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that's 6. Doesn't do anything for me though. Takes 6 out of there. And now there's 6 on the diagonal, has to be here. Takes 6 out of there, puts 6 there. That knocks us 6 into this area and over here. So that should have done something to 6s. No 6 there. So no 6 there. Makes a 6 here. 6 there. Takes 6 out of there. 2. Puts 6 here. What that's worth. So that's a 5, 9 now. In the gray box. I got 6 here, here, and not there. We added a 2, so we know there's a 2 here now. Anything else? There's a 2 here, not there. There's a 2 up here. These 2 are 7 or 8. So that's not a 7. That's a 7. And that's a 2, 5, 8. And I believe we can eliminate none of those. 2, 5, 8, 9 up here. I know there's no 8 there. So there's an 8 down here, which we already knew. Huh, interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 5, 8, 2. Oop, no 8. 2, 5, 8, 9. And 2, 5, 9. Not useful. Surprisingly, not useful. Alright, 3s, 4s, 5s, 5s, 2, 5, 7, 9. Oh, that can't be a 7. So, 2, 5, 8, 9. Can't be a 9. Could be any of the other ones though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take care. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lunch break now. But I want to finish this puzzle. Must finish. Cannot be defeated by puzzle. It is a simple puzzle. Should be speed solvable. And by speed, I mean a lot faster than this. So there's 9 here, so no 9s here. 9 here. 9 on these 2. Okay, 8s. 2 here. There's an 8 somewhere in these 2 rows, so there can't be an 8 here and here. That doesn't actually help me. It's an 8 here, so no 8 here and here. Okay, that helps now. So that means there's an 8 here, here, not here. There's an 8 here and not here. There's an 8 in one of these 2. There's no 8 here now. Okay, so the 8 has to be here. 259, all right. And another fly. I got the other one, but... one of my plants is breeding flies, and I don't know which one. I haven't found it yet. So, a bit disturbing. 259. 259. 2459. Minus the 9s. 245. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, not 3. 2, 4, 5, 7. It's not a 4. And that's not a 4. So the 4s are here. Okay, we knew that. What about these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 7, 9. So 2, 5, 7, 9 on this one as well. That's down the column, right? The 1s and 9s get the most love because I tend to start from one side or the other. Ah, wait, that's not a 9. This can't be a 9 for some reason. How is this not a 9? 2, 5, 7, 2, 7, 9. How is this not a 9? It's not on the diagonals. How is this not a 9? My little tool here. Ah, wait, it can be a 9. What was I looking at? 8s? 5s? Ah, it can't be a 5. Oh, well, that's not very interesting. Alright. I am confused. Here we go, 4. Alright, that's the 4's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 7, 8, 9. That can't be an 8. 5, 7, 9. Okay, finally, something. We've got a 5, 7, 9 triple here, so that's a 2. Let's see what that gives us. This is a 2 down here. That we already knew. It's a 2 over here now. 5, 9, 5, 9. That's a 2. That's a 2, 5, 9, 5, 7, 9, 7, 7, 2, 5, 9. All right, that did a couple of things, right? It's a 5, 8, 8, 2, 8 to 5. So that's a 5 over here. 2, 2, 5, 9 up here. Next is a 9, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 9, 5, 2, 5, 7, 5 because of that 7 here. The 7 here, 3, 9, gotta be a 3. And this can't be a 9, so it's gotta be 8, and that's gotta be 9. It's gotta be 8, 7, 9, and 3. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Not really a test of the feature itself, just a test at this. And I'm an idiot. I was running it on SudokuPad.app, and I did not update SudokuPad.app. I'm not going to do this again, though. So... I forgot to deploy to the server. Let's do that quickly. So this was version 0147, and now it's version 0149. All right, anyways, that was a bit of a silliness. I'm gonna test it throughout the day. Hopefully you will help me out with testing it. That's the easiest way to help. So we add two new features today. We're adding conflict checking for Sudoku X diagonals imported from fpuzzles and from the SCF format. And we also added uniqueness checks for fpuzzles killer cages. So killer cage and Sudoku X puzzles should just seem a little bit more sane now to all the people who are reporting bugs that the puzzles aren't being checked correctly because setters do not include the solutions. All right, I gotta run. Thank you very much for hanging out. Productive couple hours, more than I can say about last week. So that's really happy. That makes me really happy. And what I'm really want to do is get back to the feature list. So I will start layout customization. I need to come up with another way of putting bigger pictures out of the bigger features on to suspend them, like when I run into problems, so it doesn't slow me down. This one is done. Add diagnose checker support where cages or puzzles. So that is done. Woohoo! Better error page. So that's also ongoing. I probably need to reformat that report. This one I'd like to work on. I'm not gonna move it now. That's something I was gonna work on today if I get to it. But I want to respect the votes as well. So diagonal lines has been voted up, and the cosmetic editor is a big thing. I definitely need to start working on that. I've started working on it, but it needs to get... I need to break it down a little bit more and kind of make weekly goals and stuff like that. Let me see if there's anything else that relates to what we've just added. I'm not sure. I don't think there is. All right. Sweet. Thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate it. You know, all my contact places are something.svencodes.com. So there's youtube.svencodes.com, patreon.svencodes.com. Then there's all the App Store stuff, you know, Steam. Actually, that's SudokuPad.com, Android.SudokuPad.com, iOS.SudokuPad.com. What else we got? I think there's Twitter.SudokuPad.com. No, Twitter.SvenCodes. I think they both work. We go to SvenCodes.codes.com. No, I didn't set that up. SudokuPad.com. I haven't set up Twitter. All right, I need to set those up. But Patreon.SvenCodes.com. That's the important one, right? And as soon, I think my first goal. Okay, my first goal is, where is it? Why isn't it shown here? Here we go, public page. My first goal is to reach 20 patrons, and then I will start the setter tier, and the setter tier will hopefully get access to a couple of neat little things, such as custom URLs for their puzzles and things like that. I hope that'll give me enough time to build those features so they're ready. In the meantime, thanks a lot, take care, and I hope to see you guys in the next stream. And, you know, check out the Discord, the CTC fan Discord, web app feedback, and Sven discussion on the Sudoku Solvers Discord, where I will announce future streams. Take care, have a good day, and bye-bye. Happy puzzling!